Hello cookbook friends and welcome to the Cookbook Divas YouTube channel. My name is Katie and today I wanted to walk you guys through Chinese Takeout Cookbook. This is by Kwoklyn Wan and I really love his story. So he grew up his dad owned a Cantonese restaurant and this has been his life, and he has cooked at many other restaurants, Chinese cooking. I personally love Chinese. This was kind of my entryway to Asian food, which is by far probably my favorite cuisine. And we used to go to we still do, this hole in the wall Chinese restaurant when we were growing up. We will still drive like a half an hour to go to this place, but I love how he emphasizes family-owned restaurants. That was a big part of his family, and I want to see what he's done in this cookbook. This came out in 2019. He does have a fully vegetarian Chinese takeout cookbook that came out, I believe it was this year or really late last year. So I'll be looking into that one a little bit later. But this one I wanted to look into because a lot of us eat meat. So I'm really excited. So there's 70 recipes in here. They're all familiar takeout Chinese recipes, so let's dive in. It's actually quite a beautiful cookbook. This is all gold, shimmery, and awesome. So the first chapter, we have starters and soups. My husband and I really love hot and sour soup. That's by far our favorite, and I always want to I want to make it, but it has to be perfect. And I never can get the perfect amount of vinegar and soy sauce, so I'm hoping that this recipe will kind of finally give me the perfect hot and sour soup. We have chicken and duck, seafood chapter, beef and pork, vegetarian, rice and noodles, and very important. And then we have buns and sweet things. So I'm just going to look through a few of these recipes. You do get a lovely introduction on who he is, his story in a greater detail than what I'm giving you. But these are awesome recipes in here. The photos are beautiful, bright, familiar. So we even have things like sauteed chicken skewers, which I didn't realize they made a Chinese version of that. I'm really used to Thai version of that. Here's something that's really unique. A crispy aromatic duck with hoisin sauce and pancakes. It's almost like a mushu, I would imagine, and I totally miss mushu. So as somebody who's gluten-free, this is really important. This cookbook's really important for me because I can incorporate gluten-free ingredients in here. It's really hard for me to find gluten-free Chinese restaurant options because everything has gluten in it. So I need to start learning how to make my own Chinese cuisine, essentially. So we've got here, let's see if I can find a hot and sour soup. Oh, this is crispy wontons. This is one of my favorite things, which again, I can't have, but I'm going to alter it. Let's see. I know a lot of people love the chicken and sweet corn soup. There we go. The hot and sour soup. I'm so excited. This looks amazing. There's a lot of ingredients in it, but it says it takes 5 minutes of prep and 8 minutes to cook, so really fast. That's exciting. All right, so chicken and duck. Look at that. That looks so tasty. I wonder if this is their version, or this is like a sweet and sour chicken. Ooh. Chicken with sweet ginger and pineapple. This looks really good. Chinese chicken curry. My husband and I love just all the curry from all over the world, like India, Japan, everywhere. All their curry. So I didn't know that China had their own version of curry. This is a Cantonese version of curry. So that'll be exciting to try. So the original picture was actually a roast duck with plum sauce. That looks pretty good. So I like in here, it's really hard to see. I'm sorry. My lights are washing everything out, but rest assured, there's little logos here, and I know it's really hard to see, but there's like a little knife icon that's your prep time, and it gives you how much time it takes. You have your actual cook time, which is indicated by a little pan, and then how much it serves. And that's in every single recipe. That's really helpful for all of us. A lot of us are on a time crunch, so knowing how much it takes for each recipe is going to be helpful. Plus, it can be, I know for a lot of Asian recipes, it can be really, you think it's going to take forever because there's so many ingredients, because usually there's just so many vegetables and spices and whatnot. And half the time it only actually takes like 5 minutes of prep and 15 minutes to fry up, and then you're good. So I like that they've indicated all of those little nuances so that we don't get, I know I get really apprehensive cooking things that are kind of, new to me. So I like having the assurance that, hey, it's not going to take that long. This is the Szechuan King prawns. This looks spicy and awesome, and I love those things. So good. Crispy pork belly. Oh my God. I'm already hungry. It's not even that late. I just ate breakfast. Let's see if I can find some desserts. But again, I love fried rice. It's like one of my go-to. I know it's not healthy, but I don't care. It's so good. All right, so let's see some sweet things. We've got, here we go, buns and sweet things. A whole table full of awesome desserts. Ooh, a chiffon pandan cake. It's green in the middle. It looks yellow on the screen, but it's got like this beautiful green color in there. So this is a really cool cookbook. I like how much different not just flavors, but it has a whole host of different recipes, things that are familiar to us, and then things that might actually expand on, getting into Chinese cooking in more depth. So I never cook with duck, for instance, and this might be a good introduction book to cooking with duck and finding better ways of doing that. They also give you a whole cupboard essentials, things that you will need for all of your Chinese cooking. So that includes garlic, ginger, green onions, that kind of thing. I don't know if they've provided any sauces. Oh, they do. Fish sauce, rice vinegar, soy sauce, etc. And that's all in the very back of the book. So this is a really cool book, and it's not overwhelming. They give you the equipment that you're going to need for a lot of these dishes, like a wok. You might need a ladle, just like a lot of different things, or a steamer. So if you get into buns and stuff like that. So I like how in-depth this is, but it's very simple. It doesn't overcomplicate things. I have a few other Chinese books I've looked at where it's just like so much information at you that I probably need to only cook one recipe once a month because it's just too much. So this is really cool. I love this. If you are trying to cook Chinese food and learning more about it, this is going to provide all of those familiar recipes that a lot of us are used to. So this is Chinese Takeout Cookbook by Kwoklyn Wan. Definitely take a look. It's very, very good. If you're vegetarian, he has a vegetarian version of this book that I'll do another look through a little bit later, probably in a couple months. So thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. If you want more cookbook content, come check out our Facebook page, Instagram. We do Pinterest. We also have a podcast that we try to publish every Friday. So come join us there at Cookbook Divas. Also check out our website at cookbookdivas.com. We do a lot of blog posts of up and coming new cookbooks and all kinds of cool stuff. So thank you guys again, and happy cooking.